So if you watched a lot of Trump rallies, which I'm sorry if that's the case, one fixture you might see at these rallies is people wearing or holding up signs with the letter Q. So a lot of you might be concerned, or you might question, what's that mean? Who's Q? What's that about? Right? Why do these people keep wearing Q shirts and all that and holding up signs? Well, it actually stands for QAnon. Now, QAnon is a bizarre conspiracy theory uh, that involves Donald Trump, the late John F. Kennedy Jr., and others battling secret pedophile elites in Hollywood, Wall Street, and the Democratic Party. Notice how they ignore the Republican Party with actual pedophiles like Roy Moore. I guess they forgot about him, right? So that's an insane conspiracy theory, especially as it pertains to Donald Trump. They think Trump is allied with Q. Not that Trump is Q, that he's allied with Q and that we don't know who Q is, right? So now it's rather funny to ascribe Trump to this movement, right? Because Trump was friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Uh, Again, they're in pictures together. He's borrowed the Lolita Express, not as much as Bill Clinton has borrowed the Lolita Express. Let's be honest with you. And so there's some questions there. But all right, conspiracy theories, right? Let's get back to that. Conspiracies, by nature, do involve a kernel of truth, but tend to go more insane the deeper that you go, right? So now the Trump campaign is quite aware of followers at QAnon at their rallies. However, they're not quite sure what to do about them, especially considering their increased visibility, reports the Daily Beast. So now the president's reelection campaign, according to that report, regards them as a nuisance, but at the same time doesn't want to alienate them. Well, now that's interesting. You would think that they would be all up into embracing Q. Turns out, not so much. One current senior Trump campaign official told the Daily Beast that staffers generally, quote, ignore them, while also refraining from comment to deprive them of media attention and to avoid, and this is my favorite part, quote, pissing off the crazy people. Hey, man, look, that's what the Trump administration thinks of you, QAnon people. Or I'm sorry, well, that's what the campaign thinks of you, right? These are campaign workers saying, I don't want to piss off the crazies. You're the crazies. Okay. Uh, so now, as far as Trump goes, let's be fair. I don't know what he thinks about QAnon. So, all right. Now, look, you may disagree with this statement, guys, but I don't think a lot of Trump campaign workers are stupid people. I don't think they're dumb at all, right? I think they know. They know anyway. They think this stuff is ridiculous. They know the Q doesn't exist. They know that this is some crazy insane conspiracy theory that will actually get people hurt, by the way. And so that's kind of the tragedy here. They know that this is BS. These are more weird conspiracy theories, and these conspiracy theories, like a lot of right wing conspiracy theories, tend to get people hurt. Right? Let's look at Sandy Hook, the Sandy Hook truthers. Right? There were people that were getting stalked by crazy internet people who believe that, oh no, your kid didn't actually die. You're a crisis actor. Complete and utter insanity. And then of course there's Alex Jones people. Same thing, right? Families getting stalked. Um, and the Comet Pizza, right? So that whole Pizzagate thing, which was promoted, right wing media, Alex Jones. So all that stuff, right? They know this is BS, but they know this gets people hurt. But you know what? They don't do anything about it. They said, okay, um, we just don't want to make the crazy people mad because the crazy people love Donald Trump for some reason. All right. So, but what they do is they know that Trump supporters, a good chunk of them at least, believe in this craziness. And so they want those Trump supporters to vote for them, but don't want to give them airtime, don't want to get them mad. So now the campaign has taken certain steps to kind of reduce their visibility a little bit without completely alienating them. So let me give you some, uh, well, okay. according to some QAnon supporters, sketchy source, right? But they said, look, our Q paraphernalia has been banned from Trump events. We can't wear it anymore. They're taking our Q signs. They're taking our shirts, man. They don't support us anymore. Yeah. Well, the U.S. Secret Service says, well, I mean, and we don't have anything to do with this. We're not trying to suppress your speech or your T-shirts. Now, the campaign also didn't really deny that private security guards may have told believers to turn their T-shirts inside out. Michael Glasner, chief operating officer of the 2020 campaign, 2020 Trump campaign, said this: no non-Trump related political messaging is permitted inside the venue. We do our best to ensure this rule is fully enforced. So that's kind of how they're getting around that, right? It's kind of a coy way of trying to reduce QAnon visibility, while also trying not to piss them off. Well, we only allow Trump-related stuff into our rallies. Sorry, you can't wear that. It's just the rules. It's just the rules, man. It's a way of saying we're not really against you, but we're not really with you either. Okay. And there's a reason, of course, they do that is because QAnon makes them look bad. And it does. But so does everything else the Trump administration does. But apparently QAnon, the crazy conspiracy theories where they draw the line. Now, of course, the QAnon people, they've sort of caught on. And so they found a way around it by sneaking Q shirts in the rallies by covering them with other shirts, decoy shirts. And then, of course, they remove it during the rally and they show their Q-ness, right? Some supporters have also found other ways of sneaking in their message. For example, Brandon Straka. Brandon Straka is a Trump supporter. Now, he founded the so-called walk away movement, right? Walk away from the Democrats. Okay. I don't know how successful that is, but he said the QAnon slogan when he was doing a warm-up speech at the Trump's rally last month in Cincinnati. That slogan, of course, is where we go one, we go all. Oh, that sounds rather socialist, doesn't it? Collectively using your as a collective, getting together. Just saying. And despite all of their efforts to tamp down on this, the campaign itself, they obviously cannot prevent President Trump from doing things that are stupid and completely going against that. Example, at a rally in Greenville, North Carolina, Donald Trump recently held up a baby with a Q onesie. The tremendous, beautiful baby. Now that thrilled QAnon supporters because, oh, that's a sign of support from the president. Look, he's advertising Q. No, dude. He's trying to make nice and kissing babies and doing all the political stuff. It has nothing to do with the QAnon stuff. Odds are he had no idea what was on that. And it's probably because he doesn't pay attention. Or, of course, there's the other possible problem is that maybe Trump does actually believe in this stuff, which would be weird because wouldn't he be in the position to know who Q was? Wouldn't Q confide in him? Well, then again, who would want to confide in him? Because he has no self-control whatsoever. I'm just saying. Look, Trump believes in lots of weird conspiracy theories, and he does so because he's easily influenced and he's not very smart. Nonetheless, I wonder at some point this little dichotomy between the campaign and some of their supporters will end up in some sort of break. I wonder if we'll see QAnon start to trash Trump, or more interestingly yet, accuse members of the campaign of being part of the Democratic Hollywood liberal pedo ring. I don't know, man, but that would be both hilarious and awesome to watch. Seeing the Trump campaign and the Trump fan base kind of rip itself apart, fun for all. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.